Good afternoon and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from the Bog. It's the Nantucket Community Ice Rink for this afternoon's Varsity boys hockey game against your Nantucket Whalers, pitting against the Bourne Canalmen. It is a rematch of a great game, playoff matchup last year in the Sweet 16. Cannot wait. It's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been like almost a month since we've been here, so
Yeah.
we got our feet wet again here, frozen a little bit, although it is a little nicer than it is actually outside.
Yeah.
So happy to have you along here on the NSC and NCTV. Of course, you recognize this guy, Brock. In the perch, I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler sports on the NSC and NCTV. We've got a great crew, including Olivia Nascimento right behind the camera. She'll be on the main cam right here with us in the perch. Up top, we've got Patty, what's his last name? Lynch, there we go. That's why we keep this guy around. He's got all the information on all the students. Great to have our students involved in our productions and in our camera work, and of course you with the voice alongside me here. Charles Douglas, of course, is our brains of the NCTV ops up top. He'll be making us look as cool as he can. He's going to have to make me look cooler, apparently, because we're fumbling along here. The Whalers still looking for their first victory of the season, and it is not for a lack of effort and not for a lack of commitment. Again, we had an incredible 4-year plus run that may not ever be replicated, honestly. We'll call it the golden era, call it whatever you want, but trying to replace all those guys over the last few years, nearly impossible, and the results obviously are so far 7 games without a win. Again, not for lack of effort, not for lack of talent even, but it is coming together. Again, we've talked at length with some coaches and cannot wait to let you in on some of those insights as they get ready for another very challenging game against a Bourne squad that's 5-7 on the season. So they're fighting for their playoff lives, coming in at number 28. So they need this game, and it will be all out for sure as the Whalers look to pick up victory number 1 in their 8th game. Before we get to an actual game preview, I do want to take a moment here and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have put the youth of Nantucket High School as the forefront of their philanthropic efforts, and their support of our broadcast has continued throughout the year. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to the Bog here. It's our Nantucket Community Ice Rink as we get all set for this afternoon's tilt between the Whalers and the visiting Canalmen from Bourne. Man, this was an incredible matchup last year.
Yeah.
Magical moment. We had a few of them, but this was definitely one of our last home game here as part of the Sweet 16. The ultimately jumped over to Gallo and ended the season over there. But just a great game against the Canalmen and the Whalers. But this ain't Kansas anymore. We are on to the current year, and it is quite different. But again, I had a great conversation with head coach Jack Moran and also one of the assistant coaches, Ray Patrick. The kids are in it. You know what I mean? And that is challenging mentally to go 0-7 and, to be honest, get beat up pretty good in a few of those games. Obviously, the glaring weakness or deficit, as actually Coach Patrick put it, and I like that, I'm going to steal it from him, is in goalie. CJ Clark, albeit a junior,
he doesn't have a lot of reps.
Yeah.
I mean, he sat behind Griffin. He's played a lot in practice. When we have practices and we have one team on one side and one team on another side, he's on that other side.
Yeah.
But obviously, game experience is different from practice reps, and I think that that's a big thing for this season and going forward for next year.
Absolutely. You just can't fake the varsity game speed and the pressure. You can do all you want in practice, but it's just not the same. Obviously, a big tip of the cap to Nick Yates for taking on the goaltending. You couldn't pay me enough. No. Let alone for free.
You could not strap me up in pads.
No way, man. It's a different person that is wired to get in net and have things slung at you as fast as the other person can put at you. And
kind of a screw loose.
Yeah, totally. You have to be wired a different way. Unfortunately, the Whalers fell into that, where they didn't have another guy besides CJ, and then he went down at the end of the football season. So here we are, without a actual goalie that's been, developed and gone beyond just some, garbage time reps, let's call it. When the games were out of hand at the varsity season last year or in practice. So they're working on it, and we'll see if they can get to it today here. Obviously, the first 7 games they've been outscored 62-14. Going to have to fix that. Going to have to find the net a little bit more. Perhaps they could get a couple and play with the lead. Mentally, that might be it. I will say, both coaches and all the coaches that I talk to, the mental fortitude of these kids is strong.
Different,
there's no doubt that they are committed to getting better, committed to their craft. But it's young kids in addition to a couple of key cogs that are trying to make this rebuild year successful. So it's the little victories that we're going to concentrate on. Getting clears when you need to get clear, staying out of the penalty box when you have an opportunity or somebody's egging you on, because the other guys know what's going on here. They're not silly, and they're not. They're definitely looking at the paper and saying, "Hey, we got these guys down." And now it's maybe some redemption time. But it's the mental aspect of it goes a long way, and I commend the coaching staff and the kids for staying with it. And the win will come. It's going to come, and that one win may hopefully blossom into a couple, 2, 3. And hey, they're only 7 games in. This is not a lost season by any stretch.
No,
there's still plenty to play for. A lot of games out there, a lot of points as far as the playoff scene. But again, I think it's it's one of those things where a good coach, which is we're fortunate to have a good coach, very good coaching staff, strong coaching staff, knows that it's the little things that will equate to bigger things. And the bigger picture's still in their mind, but let's get some little things. Let's get a victory today. That's all. So having talked all about that, what is your couple, 2, 3 things that they have to do today to pull off an upset?
I think starting out really hot and starting out fast-paced, maybe a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, which we haven't seen a lot. I mean, the first game they were playing really docile, but the second game they were
down 7-0 before he even blinked.
So keeping it in their end, keeping control of the puck, maybe not having as many cross ice passes, and just rather dinking and diving it up the way, up the ice.
Rely on that forecheck. Again, the simple things that you and I can talk about as simple things. Certainly, it equates to a different thing when you're actually playing against what is going to be a very good Bourne team. Again, 5-7, not necessarily indicative of their talent. Head coach Frank Carpenetto plays out of the South Coast League. Interesting, though, despite their relative closeness in proximity, never have played in the regular season. These two teams, at least in the recent history. So this will be the first meeting in the regular season. They're actually going to play twice. So it's almost like we're playing them as a league opponent.
Back at Gallo.
But obviously, just jumping over to Gallo, we say that easily it's again. But
cursed rink.
I know the ghosts. But they will play skate against this team off island coming up in February. But head coach Carpenetto has a youthful group overall, as we can hear the boys getting ready to take the ice here. CJ Clark leading them out. And again, he will get the nod here this afternoon. The Carpenito and his Canalmen are in position to make the tournament. Again, I said they're ranked number 28. A lot of that high ranking is due to the play of their sophomore goaltender, Jackson Palmberg. He has been a wall in net, as described by the coach. Along with Griffin Kelly and James Crowell, they lead an offensive attack that has the Canalmen not only in the playoff picture, but also in the conference title picture. They will certainly look to attack the Whalers early and often, as we have seen teams have jumped on us early. And again, despite not playing in the Cape and Islands League, they are playing a lot of common opponents. They lost 2 games to Monomoy and St. John Paul, who of course the Whalers have also played and lost to in a couple of gritty games. A game that, you and I saw that Monomoy game. That could have gone either way. That score definitely not indicative of the competitiveness of it.
No, they kind of ran it up at the end.
Certainly, Nick Yates played very well in goal, except for a couple moments. Couple of weird goals in that game too. So both teams have lost to those 2 teams. Bourne does have a signature win over the Vineyard. A little surprising that the Vineyard only scored 3 goals, but it was in Gallo. So it's the ghost of Gallo. We're not the only team that's probably got those ghosts. But certainly a quality win over what we described as a very good, one of the best in Division 4 actually in the Vineyard. But that's 3 teams out of our league that they played, and they're not done. They're going to play a couple other ones, including us a second time. So we'll see. But that Vineyard game, Mr. Kelly and Mr. Cowell had 2 goals apiece. So those are 2 of the guys that we're going to have to circle on our list of Canalmen to look for. So you got 45 minutes to play here. And it's going to take a full 45 minutes of effort by this Whalers team if they're going to pull off the upset. We'll take a quick break here and come back with the Whalers taking on the Canalmen live from the Bog. We'll be back.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
High school news broadcast that premieres once a week during the school year. We have just begun our second season and our first 5 episodes are up and ready to watch.
We cover everything from school news updates, arts and entertainment, sports, and weather.
Weather Word is a student-run production that meets before and after school.
We do our own writing, filming, and editing, you name it.
Please make sure to check us out on the Nantucket High School YouTube channel.
And our Instagram at Whaler_word.
Catch a glimpse of everyday life at the school by watching Weather Word.
He's got it! He's got it!
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Want to welcome you back to the bog here. As you can see, Whalers wrapping up their pregame warm-ups here. Thanks very much for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV as we bring you live coverage of today's boys varsity hockey game. And thanks to our other crew, of course, covering the hoops game. The girls' hoops unfortunately fell to Hull in a lopsided score. Let's just say that. It was a lopsided score. And again, we do want to wish our best to Maddie Lombardi, who unfortunately missed today's game. She had a little collision in the last game, and hopefully she is recovering. We'll see her again in a couple games. We've got a bunch of girls hoops coming up here, 3 games in a row for the remainder of next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, as the girls hoopsters will be at home against CCA, Rising Tide, and Sturgis East, who they have already beaten off island. So we're going to call it a late arriving crowd today because of the hoops game over at the high school. We're glad you are with us, of course, and do want to also mention that you don't hear music because they're having some electrical difficulties, technical difficulties, we'll call it, with the speaker system. So I'm not sure if they're even going to do the lineups here. We'll have to see.
Not sure.
Nobody's said that they are.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the
I'm
plan
sure
is.
Chip Clooney's got the voice to do it, but we'll see what transpires here.
Hopefully we get him on the national anthem too.
Yeah, we're the last to know anything,
yeah.
Brock. So we'll just
we're
go
up,
with the flow.
Up here on our perch, we don't hear much.
As you can see, both teams making their last sort of pregame hypes. And 15 minutes is on the scoreboard. We will not have lineups.
Maybe? I don't know.
Let's see if the national anthem gets played here. Might not be.
Okay, well,
and you can see the Whalers getting their last little tidbits of information. Do want to wish a happy belated birthday to one of the Whalers. Ben Freeman celebrated a birthday last night. Heard Chef Chris hooked him up with a big meal last night. Some bacon wrapped scallops.
I missed that one.
Fettuccine Alfredo. I know you missed it.
I'm kicking myself for that.
Picked a bad one to miss, buddy. Well, we're ready to go here, Whalers Nation. Hope you are ready as well. 15 minutes on the clock. Whalers Nation, let's go. Bourne controls the opening face-off and will dump it in. Edwards sends it along the boards. And Bourne gets it back to the point. They'll shove it in. And good defense on the initial attack. Lavin tried to play it. And Bourne recovers in their own zone and will reset. Good chase. Charlie Boyce getting in on the action here early as he makes a move. There's another move by the Whalers, 2-on-2. Levin's got space, shot! Oh, just wide! Blasted in as the Whalers will reset with some fresh bodies. And dump back in as Bourne tries to get reset over the stick of Cole Thomas. And intercepted inside the zone. Shot whizzes wide again. Canton Jenkinson, who promises me he'll get at least one. I said I want two today. Again, the Whalers attack. Jenkinson ridden off. And nice poke check to get out of the way. Jenkinson and Edwards back along with Jasper Soares as Bourne controls. Back to the point. A little
hello.
Dump
how you
behind.
doing?
Yeah, a little hey, how you doing? As the Canalmen control at the blue line, keep it in. Oof. Whalers unable to clear as a pass into the slot. Nobody home. Good defense by Nantucket. Again, after the puck. Can't deny that. But the Canalmen control. A redirect attempt in front of Clark. Blocked. And behind the net it goes Edwards, the first to get to it. And he'll look to clear. Oof. Unable to do so. Wrapped in front, and somehow it finds the net. At 12:56, the Canalmen, as the Whalers were unable to clear the puck, take advantage, and it deflects off of Clark's skate. It looked like he just couldn't get that pad down, and you talked about that.
Yeah, no, he's definitely finding his groove, getting down and blocking shots. I think down low is definitely, he's been having his hardest time with shots.
Like number 17, James Corwell, one of those two dudes that we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah. Got
to it. And here's another chance, 3-on-2, shot, save by Clark, and a quick clear. CJ Clark with a good save, and the Whalers take the icing, but that's what you got to do, get it out of the way. So 1-0 our score, the Canalmen taking advantage.
They've definitely done a really good job in the offensive zone, controlling the puck and getting shots on. But I think they've been aggressive on the defensive end. It just kind of, they caught them off guard.
And again, one of those oddball, looked like CJ was there for the save, but unable to get to it.
Yeah.
There's another chance at the point, deflected behind the net. Around the boards it wraps. Canalmen get to it, and here's a point-blank opportunity. Backhanded shot, saved by Clark, rebound! Wow, Whalers avoid another.
Yeah. They caught CJ off guard again.
Catastrophe there with Clark getting a good stick save and then able to deflect it away. Neutral zone activity and dumped into the zone. Here's the Whalers looking to attack. Jeremy Jenkinson able to get to it. Torres is there with him as well, and the Canalmen able to flip it out of the blue, over the blue line, and offside going to be the whistle. As the clock stops at 11:48. 1-0 our score here, the Canalmen with the lead. Oh, maybe a high stick there.
Yeah.
So it'll be Canton Jenkinson on the face-off. He controls it back to the slot. Shot by Edwards, deflected. Good save by Palmberg. And another whistle. And we'll head back down for another face-off inside the Whalers' offensive end.
More stoppage than we're used to, but
Jenkinson in on the draw once again. Canalmen control behind their own net. Along the boards it goes. Whalers able to play it. Mid-ice, it's Jenkinson. Looked to board past himself, intercepted. There's Kelly on the move. Advancing, save with the pad. You can hear it now without a lot of crowd noise. Pass goes over to the right wing, dumped in. Furtado plays it in along the boards. And the Whalers look to maneuver and get the clear. Cross ice it goes. Ooh, nearly caught up And the Whalers advance. Jenkinson drilled right at the blue line. He hops up, Whalers in. Oh! Edwards made an advance and nearly blasted himself and the puck through the goal. But Palmberg was up to the task. And the Whalers will have a face-off in their own zone. 10:52 to go. Lavin on the face-off. And Bourne controls easily. Kept in with a hand pass. And it'll be Cole Thomas advancing. He gains the zone, tripped up, no whistle. And Lavin flips it ahead and it leaks over the blue line. Bourne will have to reset. Schroeder chased to no avail. And the Whalers unable to gain the zone organized. And here's Crowell. He's got another man. Nice.
Good stop by
stick
CJ.
save by Clark, but the Whalers unable to clear. Finally cleared over the blue line. Bourne actually got a stick on it to get it out of their own zone, but we'll take it. Here's Landon Hope who gains the zone. Nice move to avoid a defender. And Hope gets it again. Back to the point. And the Whalers able to clear. And this icing waved off. And out to mid-ice. Canalmen will reset, get some fresh
Take
bodies.
advantage of the change.
Whalers look to attack. Jenkinson, or Edwards, coast to coast. He stops, loses it. And back the other way it goes. Justin Torres, the first to get to the puck. He'll play it out to the neutral zone.
Ooh.
And nearly a breakaway as the puck nearly found its way through 4 defenders. It wraps around. Here's number 9, Drew Kelly, waiting for him. He gets a little, hey, how you doing, along the boards. As play continues, here's an advance by the Whalers. Oh, just off the stick. As Nantucket had numbers, tipped ahead, and here's a whirl around by Jenkinson. And behind the net, it's Ben Freeman. In front, Freeman! Oh, just wide with the backhand. Furtado unable to keep it in the zone, and the Whalers will reset.
Ben nearly had a birthday wish answered right there.
Oh my goodness, that would have been the best present ever. Not done. Torres unable to hang on to it. Flips it up. Nearly a great move along the boards by... Ooh. Way up ahead of the play. Paxton Fitch nearly had himself a breakaway, but the Whalers weren't able to find him. Good ride by Edwards. There's a chance. Whiz wide of CJ Clark in the net. Canalmen hang on to the possession behind the net. Along the boards, Whalers able to get the clear. Out to mid-ice. Dumped in by Carpenetto. Play continues along the blue line, and the Whalers will get to it. Dump it to mid-ice. Here's a chance. Fitch warded off. Poke checked away. And they attack. Good save by Clark. The top shelf save there. And he hangs on for a face-off at 7:09. 1-0 is our score. Bourne with the lead. Early goal. As the puck snuck underneath the pads of CJ Clark to give the Canalmen a 1-0 lead. Face-off inside their own zone. Good defense as Canalmen won the face-off. Here's a chance at the point. Blocked in front. Flipped up and out of the zone all the way to the red line before the Whalers are able to get to it. Charlie Boyce trying to gain the zone. The Canalmen's defense thwarted that attack. Thomas behind the net, controls, looks for some help, gets to it. Clark gets down with a pad save. Again, the Whalers unable to get to it, but a good check along the boards. 3 Bourne players there trying to get the puck. Good battle underneath, and the Whalers come away with it. Flipped up to the blue line and leaks over as Whalers do a good job to clear. Lavin chases after it in his own zone. Bourne gets to it, and they will advance. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. Kelly sneaks in. Oh, nearly connected as it flipped through the zone. Here's an opportunity. Schroeder gets to it first. He's written off, but will continue the battle behind the net. Jenkinson gets a skate on it and steals. Pass in front. Nobody on the backside. Edwards fires just wide. And kept in by Torres. Leaks over the blue line. The Whalers will have to reset. They do so as Edwards blasts one that stays right in the corner. Intercepted. Here's an advanced shot. Save. Rebound still loose in front. Oh, good opportunity for the Whalers there.
Lost track of that one.
Couple of shots as Edwards advances it up. Unable to ride it all the way to the blue line, and Bourne will try and advance. Jenkinson tries to get to it, unable to do so. Cross ice it goes, and up to the red line and off the stick of Jenkinson. Torres and Jenkinson now attack, shot, save, rebound loose, flipped in, but unable to be controlled, and the Whalers will have to reset, get onside. 4:30 and counting here in the first period. 1-0 our score. Good poke check there by Edwards. No surprise, as he is one of the better defenders, if not the best defensive-man on the Whalers lineup. Here's Jenkinson. He'll gain the zone, looking for some help. Does not get it. And Canton will hold the puck and try and advance. Loses it as he was double teamed there at the Whaler blue line. Bourne resets. They gain the zone rather easily, put one on net just wide of Clark. And the Whalers quickly back the other way, but this will be icing. 3:51 on the clock here in the first period. Great activity on the offensive and defensive end. They've been in
definitely holding their own right now.
The physicality, they've been one toe-to-toe with Bourne Canalmen, and
if not,
again, I think they've had the better opportunities, just haven't capitalized.
Yeah, I agree.
Around the boards it goes. It'll be Paxton Fitch waiting for it, and he gets a rude awakening, and another good hit right along the boards here. And cleared out. Again, that's one of those, and that's offsides. One of those opportunities right there where a turnover deep in your own zone. We've seen that turned into goals the other way, so Whalers do a good job of just clearing it out and force the Canalmen to
if that didn't
get
called
offsides.
Off, if that didn't get called off, I'm assuming that's another shot.
That was blatant. 3:32 to play in the first. Whalers, Lavin able to control the puck.
Looks like a wrestling move right there.
Say hello to each other. Lavin chased after. And again, Charlie Boyce kind of continued to backpedal as the action was in front of him. Play along the boards, and that Canalmen is down. And a Whaler down as well, as things getting a little chippy here. Looked like a clean hit from our vantage point.
Yeah, and then Andrew just got cheap shot.
The whistle will be blown. Let's see what the Stripes come up with here. They're actually discussing things, so I don't know. Again, not a clear penalty. The whistle stopped play for the injured player down on the ice. But So they're now calling Miles Bodette into the penalty box, but they got to have some retaliation here.
Yeah, you got 1-4.
So number 6 for the Canalmen, already in Caleb Keene. He kind of knew for throwing some punches he was going to the penalty box. So it should remain 5-on-5 here. And they're actually going to do the face-off just outside the blue line. So 3:06 to play. Here in the first, it'll be 5-on-5 as both teams whistled for an infraction. Didn't really get an explanation from the stripes, but
I'm hoping it doesn't get chippy from here. But
a nice pass to Jenkinson. He was looking for help up front, and it's rebound loose. It was that's gonna be offsides. Ken Jenkinson had the puck bounding on his stick right in front of the goal, and he knew it. Again, the Whalers with another good offensive opportunity. I've got them 5-4 advantage on shots on goal, but the Canalmen have the lead 1-0. It'll be Jeremy Jenkinson, and he controls the puck back to Edwards. Edwards up to Canton Jenkinson. He'll dump it in. Unable to do so as the Canalmen control. Cole Thomas, poke checked away by Jenkinson. But Bourne stays after it, and they've got the puck shot, whizzes through the crease. Nantucket heads the other way. Unable to gain the zone. That was a good advance by number 20, Jasper Soares. Edwards gets it up along the boards. And Soares gets to it again along the skates of Jeremy Jenkinson, but Soares gains the zone. Can Jenkinson skates after it as Bourne tries to play it along the boards behind the net. They do so. Jeremy Jenkinson now controls behind the net. Looks for some help. Unable to connect. Good play again, good activity, and up ahead, here's Thomas. Edwards rides him. Thomas tries to stuff it in, unable to do so. Good defense. And it'll be tapped out of harm's way momentarily. Clark with a pad save. Another shot blocked in front as the Whalers try and clear, and they do so. Edwards plays it at the red line, and he'll gain the zone himself. Around a Bourne defenseman and gets ridden off. He's sitting on the puck. Finally gets it back. A reverse skate by Canton Jenkinson, and finally 3 defenders play him off as Gordon Ramo will chase after it. The junior defenseman. Behind the net it goes. Loses the skate. And we'll have to play it along the boards. Does so to Torres. Torres advances. Poke checked away from him, but they gain the zone. Freeman chases after. Unable to get to it, and the Canalmen look to get it out of their own zone, and they do so. Nice move to avoid a defender. Poke checked away nicely. 15 seconds left. Whalers on the attack. Shot, save! Almost snuck through.
Really good opportunities on the offensive end right now.
High quality shots, that one by Torres there. As the Whalers, again, add a couple more shots. I've got them up 7-5. Again, this is completely
unofficial.
I've got them with 7 shots. I've got Bourne with just 5, although 1 made it through C.J. Clark and into the net, and that will be the most important one so far as the final 10 seconds of the first period will count off. Whalers look to make one more push here. They get it in through one. Shot will not get off as we have reached the end of 15 minutes here. The Whalers down just 1-0, and it seemed like they outskated the Canalmen in that period despite the 1-0 deficit. We'll be back here in just a few minutes as you see Sean Davis, who's now on the mobile cam, making his way through the Whaler faithful. We head to the break, 1-0, Canalmen with the lead.
Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Hi, I'm Jackie Van Yon, also known as Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I will be hosting this year's 2024 Halloween Parade in downtown Nantucket. Let's check it out. All right, today I'm being joined by
Jackie Ganella
and
Chelsea Denby.
And we are sat in front of the Blue Beetle, handing out candy to the local kids. What is your favorite Nantucket Halloween tradition?
My favorite tradition is the Main Street Parade. I love it.
Right now we are enjoying the annual Halloween Parade. Alrighty, today I'm here with Nantucket's Fire Department. You are?
Owen West, Tyler Schultz.
All right, thank you guys for joining me today. What is your favorite part about Nantucket's Halloween?
Probably this parade. It's a great time. Kids get to have some candy. It's a good time.
Right. And what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Almond Joys.
Almond Joys. I haven't heard that one yet. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's.
Reese's. Okay. And besides the parade on Main Street, what's your favorite costume that you've seen today?
Honestly, for the mustache, probably Mario.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite costume that you've seen today?
I saw a couple dressed up as buoys. Thought that was pretty creative.
All righty. Right now I'm joined with the president of the chamber, Peter Burke. And what is your Halloween costume today?
I am 3-Hole Punch Jim, or 3-Hole Punch Pete from The Office.
All right, that's very clever. Love it.
Came up with it last night.
Ah, nice. All right, and what is the favorite costume that you've seen downtown this year?
I was a sneak peek. We were judges. The chamber threw their hats in the ring as a team of judges for this Halloween contest. Every costume is awesome.
What is your favorite tradition of Nantucket, especially during Halloween? What's your favorite activity to do?
I mean, this Main Street stroll is something special. I know holiday stroll we're getting ready for, but the Halloween, Main Street shutdown, this is about as community as it gets. There's a lot of people come in from out of town for Stroll and Daffodil, and we love those things because we're the chamber. We love them. Halloween, this just feels like everyone on the island is here, and all the families, and the it's perfect. So
it was a perfect day for it.
You can't beat it. It's everyone's in a good mood, and candy. I mean, who doesn't love free candy?
joined today by
Khaki.
Sydney. All right, and what are you girls dressed up as?
We're cowgirls.
All right, and what is your favorite tradition for Halloween on Nantucket?
We love passing candy out at the stores.
And the parade on Main Street.
What's the group name?
Tucker Knuckleheads.
The Tucker Knuckleheads. And what made you guys decide this costume for this year?
Well, we found a couple leather jackets and we had to run with the idea.
I love it. And now, what is your favorite Halloween tradition on Nantucket?
I mean, I think probably the parade, right?
Yeah, the parade, absolutely.
Yeah, parade for sure.
Costume contest, come on. That's what he's looking for.
Same, yeah.
Gotta be the parade.
Gotta be the parade. All right, and out of all of the costumes today, which ones that you've seen other than your own were your favorite?
Another Luigi.
Another Luigi, all right.
I think the Exorcist is really cool.
Yeah, the Exorcism one, pretty good.
I think my money's on the Claw game from Toy Story.
They should have They should have won. I thought the Claw should have won, but no hate. I am joined today by the Nantucket Police. Thank you so much for joining me. And what's your favorite part of Nantucket Halloween?
Go ahead. The inclusiveness. It's everyone just gets together and just strolls around. It's nice.
I love seeing all the different kind of costumes that everyone comes up with.
And what's your favorite costume that you've seen today?
I like the two little kids that are in lion costumes. They're little twins. They're cute.
All right, I haven't found them yet, so I'm gonna have to scope them out and try to find them. I'll get some questions for them. All righty, and what's your favorite part about Nantucket Halloween?
Well, so far today, the weather and the turnout and the costumes. It's been fantastic. I saw some great inflatable chickens, and then we just happened to see, I like some creativity and uniqueness in my costume design, so I saw a really good green shaggy thing, which was my number one for today.
Awesome.
I'm not judging the contest, but that's my number one.
Your personal. Okay, and for you, what was your favorite Halloween costume that you saw today?
I would have to go with the Lion Cubs or the small police officers that are coming around. And we saw one had the Sergeant Stripes and the Chief Stars, so it was Sergeant Chief. I've never seen that rank before, but that was pretty cool.
I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween. No, you might be one of the scariest people we've interviewed today.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, you are pretty spooky.
Yay!
All right. Today, on this Halloween, I am joined by
Addison and Stella.
Addison and Stella. Now, what are you two dressed up as?
We're dressed up as Minions.
Minions. Now, what movie is that from?
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me, okay. Today, I am joined by a slew of Barbies. Say hi. Hi, Barbie. And what is your favorite part of the Nantucket Halloween?
We love seeing all the little kids dressed up and so happy.
Totally. We love a good theme. We love hosting Main Street and seeing everybody walk around with their families.
Now, what made you guys decide Barbie is this year? I know you guys have done like a little theme every single year. What landed Barbie this year?
Every year we just try to think of a theme that can get as much of us involved, and we always love to wear a wig. So, we're still working on next year. If you have any ideas, let us know.
Awesome. Well, you all look fabulous. Now, my last question, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's for me.
Twix.
Sour Patch Kids?
Butterfinger.
Sour Patch Kids.
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy. All right, I second the Reese's over here. But thank you, ladies, and happy Halloween.
Bye, Barbie.
Bye, Barbie.
To see something like this is just, it's just phenomenal to see an entire community come out and everybody, I call it mucklucking, we're all mucklucking together, but you see the adults carrying around their kid. Why? Because they were carried around when they were little, and they're carrying their little kid around. It's like tradition, but where we live down in central New Jersey, it's just nothing like this. I mean, people with their houses, they'll give out candy and things like that, but that's about it. But to see a parade like this with so many people and all this is phenomenal. It's fantastic. You guys have a very special thing here.
All right, and that concludes this year's 2024 Halloween Parade. I'm your host, Jackie Van Yon, and thank you for joining us this year.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Welcome to July 4th, 2023. It is busy and hot here on Nantucket, and we're going to go see what people are up to. Everybody seems to be having a lot of fun around here, so let's go. What is your favorite thing about July 4th on Nantucket?
Just the amount of people everywhere. Everyone's really excited. Everyone's dressed up. It was super fun.
I would say my favorite thing is the people and the spirit that everyone's just excited to be here and to celebrate, and most importantly to be together.
I'm from London, so this is my second 4th of July ever. Both times I've been on Nantucket, so I'm very grateful to be here. That's amazing. Lovely community. Everyone is so nice, and yeah, it's really grateful.
And what is the best thing about 4th of July on Nantucket?
Nothing. It's pretty insane here, so I try to avoid.
You feel like it's actually July 4th. The celebration feels like very visceral.
Making more money while working.
It used to be when I was a kid, the fireworks. But for now, oh, wow. Going to the beach if I can.
Oh, I just love it. It's such an old-fashioned part of America here. I just love anything that happens on Main Street. We come down for, and usually for the water fight, I bring a bucket in previous years. But this year I understand that it's a little more low-key, so I enjoyed it just the way it was.
And what's your favorite 4th of July tradition on Nantucket?
The water fight.
The water fight, of course, and watching the line of Juice Bar the whole day. It's pretty great. We got all these people waiting for their 4th of July ice cream.
And we have a trivia question, if you're willing to answer. What year was the Declaration of Independence signed?
1776.
1776.
1776?
1776.
You're correct. Great job. Good job! Yes! How many original colonies were there?
13.
13?
Correct. Good job.
There were 13 colonies that became states.
Correct. See? Father Max is a history major in college.
Yes, I am. That serves me well. Here I am.
Here you are. Well, that was another fun 4th of July in Nantucket. I'm going to go jump in the ocean now because it's really hot out here. Bye! Thanks for watching!
Hey, want to welcome you back to the bog here as we are having some technical issues with our Zamboni.
Yeah.
It is being worked on as we speak, but the boys have not taken the ice yet. We played one period so far, a very good 15 minutes for the Whalers, honestly. Outshot Bourne, again, unofficially 7-5. I think they had the better of the opportunities, kind of another one of those oddball goals that, maybe CJ should have saved. But defensively, they play well. You were chatting with a couple of guys outside, a couple of dads outside. Tell us what you were discussing, because it's great. Again, you bring that insight from inside the locker room. Talk to us about what's going on the defensive end.
Yeah. So when we're back in our end, we're having, Bourne's doing a really good job of stretching the ice and having their two forwards take it into the corner.
Right.
And it's leaving our wings to sink down and maybe not play the point as well, which is where that shot ended up coming from. And it's just created a lot of havoc having shots on clear shots on net when we need to be covering the point with our wingers.
And again, that lone goal kind of came from the point. It was a little advanced from the point, and again, one of those longer shots that, again, CJ got screened on,
right,
and was unable to get the pad all the way down, which was another one of those things that we talked about as a challenge for him. But as you can see, we do have a Zamboni back on the ice, and again, a good little nod to Brian and Mr. Boyce out there getting the shovels and trying to help along here. We're hoping that it's only a few more minutes of delay here. Again, Whalers played hard. They played with conviction and purpose. They were able to get, again, higher quality shots from the guys that they need to get it from. The Jenkinson brothers. Obviously, Soren Edwards, another one of those guys that can fill it up from the defensive side of things. So overall, I think the coaching staff, we're pleased with the way that first period went, other than the scoreboard.
Right.
But 1-0, not impossible, certainly
Definitely
to come back from. So we'll see if the Whalers can actually stuff one in here and get it by Palmborg, who again is a good goalie, another good goalie that the Whalers will face at least one more time here. And as you can see, it's
the close-up right there.
Challenge to get the ice cleared of the ice, so to speak. But anyways, just wanted to give you a heads up, Whalers Nation, as to why we are delayed here. And again, showing some great programming throughout the intermission. So a lot of those things you can check out on NCTV on Channel 8 locally. And of course, 1072 when it's not all about the sports.
Right.
We'll take another break here and hopefully come back with some hockey very soon here. After one period of play, the Whalers down just 1-0 to the Bourne Canalmen.
Good afternoon, Whalers.
And welcome to Whaler Word. Today is Thursday, January 23rd, and you're here with Vicky Todorova
and Maddie Lombardi. National Honor Society will be collecting food from all advisories for their food drive next week. The food is all being donated to the food pantry, so please bring in any non-perishable goods to help support them.
Each floor will have a winner of which advisory brings in the most food, and whichever advisory has the most food by weight will win a special prize, so make sure you bring in food if you can.
Teen Skate will be on Saturdays from 7 to 7:50 p.m. at the rink with free pizza and refreshments. It's open to 6th graders through seniors, so if you find yourself bored on a Saturday night, stop by the rink.
On January 25th, the Dreamland will have a community screening about Nantucket's cold case that dives into the disappearance of Margaret Kilcoyne. Head over to their website to reserve your spot. This is a community event, so you can enjoy a free documentary.
Speaking of the Dreamland, this weekend the Dreamland's Newsies cast took a trip to Atlanta, Georgia to the Junior Theaters Festival and ended up winning the Excellence in Ensemble Work Award. Congratulations to everyone who was a part of the cast.
Seniors, don't forget to check out the Cape Cod Association and Cape Cod Foundation scholarships. There are links in the advisory announcements. This is a great opportunity and you have until the spring to apply. Don't miss out.
Semester exams are coming back, so make sure you're studying extra for those finals and midterms. Check in with your teachers and on Schoology to help you prepare for these important tests.
The yearbook staff sent out emails with upcoming Google Forms for What's Your Whip, What's Your Pet, and summer photos, and a separate form so seniors can vote for superlatives. Seniors, check your emails and get those photos in. Yearbooks are also for sale for underclassmen. There is a link on the NHS website, or check out the posters around school for the QR code. Yearbooks are $65 for a hardcover 200-page book, so the price is reasonable. Plus, you are most likely in it. There are a limited number of copies, so order your book soon.
Yearbooks are free for seniors! Also, a reminder that Morgan's Message Club will meet once a week on Tuesdays right after school in Miss Lyons' room. We hope to see you there.
Here's Colby and Rory with the Whaler Sports Roundup.
Thanks, Vic. What's up, Whaler Nation? I'm Rory. And I'm Colby. Well, Whaler Sports is back after a much-needed long weekend. Let's catch up from before the break. Girls basketball swished a win against Sturgis East last Tuesday. The boys falling just short of a win against DY 2 days later. On Thursday, the girls swimming team brought home a convincing win against their toughest opponent, Sandwich. The boys had a much closer competition and were unfortunate to lose. The boys and girls teams continue to speed through records on the track. The first ever sub-5-minute mile is being set as a new school record, as well as a new new record in the girls 300.
Boys hockey had an impressive performance against SJP, but slid just short of winning in the end, followed by another loss on Saturday.
That's a quick catch-up on the Whaler news of the week. Stay tuned for more updates as they come.
Go Whalers! Now we go to Caroline with entertainment news.
Good afternoon, Whalers. Poetry Out Loud took place last week with Danielle Lewis coming in first place. Runner-up was Marcus Vidanov and honorable mention to Jacob Henneke. Danielle Lewis will advance to the Massachusetts Poetry Out Loud virtual contest in March. Congratulations to all of the winners and good luck, Danielle. Visiting author Kim Johnson will be here February 6th to present to the high school. All of her books are in the library, so check them out before her presentation. That's all for entertainment news. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Caroline. And now we go to Jordan with the weather.
Que pedo, Whalers. I hope everyone enjoyed their long weekend, and let's get right into it. Today we will see mostly cloudy skies with temperatures reaching the low 30s, with a 30% chance of snowfall. On Friday, we should be expecting relatively sunny skies with temperatures around the mid-20s. Saturday, temperatures will stay around the low 20s with winds reaching around 15 miles per hour. Sunday, expect cloudy skies with temperatures around the mid-30s with moderate winds around 20 miles per hour. Before I go, remember to get that work in before the semester ends. These teachers don't play about their due dates. Now we go over to my boy Tomas with the community service updates.
It's official, Whalers. We've nearly reached the halfway point of our year, which means it must be midterm week. What better time to take a look back at the great community service organizations we've introduced to you this year? If you're still looking for that volunteer opportunity that is perfect for you, listen up. Are you interested in helping families in need on this island? Then the food pantry is the place for you. Would you like to help the environment and keep our hometown looking beautiful? The Clean Team is calling out to you. How about giving back to the next generation? The Boys and Girls Club can always use enthusiasm. Considering a medical career, or just want to give back to our community? The Cottage Hospital has lots of roles that you'll love. Why not give back to the foundation that gave us so much? The Harvey Foundation always can use your help. And for you future scientists and animal lovers, the Mariah Mitchell Association is waiting for your call. We love hearing about the great work you've been doing. Let's keep it rolling for the next semester. Vicky, Maddie, back to you.
Thanks, Tomas. Today's birthday shout out goes to Alana Ludvigsen. Happy birthday.
Here's Gavin with the Whaler Word on the Street.
What's a Whaler Word? Back here on the book. Getting here. Let's get straight to the question of the day.
Word 30. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Heck, Gavin, how are you?
What would be the smartest animal if they could talk?
Smartest animal if they could talk? Probably a dolphin.
What animal would be the smartest if they could talk?
Monkeys.
Jellyfish.
A gorilla. Jellyfish.
A lizard.
A worm.
Smartest animal if they could talk?
Yeah.
Other than a monkey, because a monkey be a cheat code. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, monkey, that's what Josh said. Dumb monkey.
I feel like a snake.
Uh-huh.
A snake.
A monkey.
A monkey?
Yeah.
A giraffe.
A cat. Big foxes.
Oh, giraffe.
I think a parrot.
Aren't like dolphins smart? Yeah. Yeah, dolphins. What about you, Lo?
Octopus, definitely.
Okay.
They can solve a Rubik's Cube, so they're smart.
Want to welcome you back to the bog. Hey, we got hockey players taking the ice here. Look at that. Never a dull moment here. Never a dull moment. We don't have any music today, and of course the Zamboni has an issue, but
wow, everybody's
as you can see,
discombobulated. Holy, we're on the wrong sides. Everybody.
Last of the few kids are sneaking out to the ice. You can see the goalies are.
looks like sharks swarming swarming something.
So as we chatted about on the break, the first break, the Whalers played a good period.
Yeah.
Defensively, just a couple of breakdowns, and CJ honestly made a couple of good saves, that maybe Nick would have let in. I'm not. Again, it's hard to say, impossible to say that per se, but
yeah.
a couple of high-quality saves, got his pads down on some good shots. And the Whalers offensively had plenty of opportunities. They got off 7 shots in that period that we counted as shots on goal, and that should be enough to put one in, you know? So here we go, Whalers Nation. We're finally ready for some more hockey. Period number 2. Let's go. Whalers control the puck. Sort of. And try get it out of there. And here's Edwards behind the net. He'll flip it along the boards. And again, Cairns away from Jenkinson, so Edwards has to play it. Behind the net it goes, and Canton Jenkinson able to get there. He'll look to make a move and does so to get it out of the zone. Advances to the red line. 3-on-2, Whalers with some numbers. He makes a move to avoid another one. Here's Jeremy, walks it in, tries to lift it up top, and sails all the way back. No icing, as it was Jenkinson's shot that careened all the way down there. Edwards plays it and gets it up out of the zone and ahead. Here's Canton Jenkinson, avoids one. Avoids another. Shot whizzes just wide. 2 good shots to open the period, and nearly got one in the slot there. Edwards at mid-ice will flip it in. Behind the net, Bourne's defenseman controls. Unable to get it out as Jenkinson loses it. Poke check, no good. Advance in shot. Actually, no shot as it played through the crease. Again, that was Griffin Kelly. As Furtado goes down, shot whizzes well wide of the goal.
I'm not even putting that on
and
the shot counter.
Furtado plays it back into the neutral zone. Stick poked away by Clark, but the Canalmen control in front. One-timer. Unable to get clean wood on it was James Crowell, and back to the point it goes, but the Whalers are there. 2-on-1 the other way. Around shot, whizzes through, or pass attempt through the crease, unable to connect. And the Canalmen head the other way. Shot, saved by C.J. Clark on the Crowell wrister. And here's another opportunity and a score. Just unable to get a clean clear, and Cole Thomas found the puck right in front of C.J. Clark. No chance.
No. He kind of found the one spot in between his blocker and his leg pads. Right there.
And I don't know if it was the exact same moments of the first period, but it was 12-something in the first period that they scored. And they do so once again as the Whalers turn it over deep inside their own zone. And the Canalmen take advantage. Lavin able to steal the puck away. Shot goes wide. Boyce able to get to it. He plays it back to the point, and nobody home for Nantucket. Beaudet able to skate behind, and he'll advance it into the zone. Poke checked away as Lavin recovers as well. And behind the net, nobody home for Nantucket. And Bourne advances. Puck goes behind Clark. And Nantucket able to clear. Icing will be whistled. And we'll head back down the river to the Bourne offensive end with 12:01 to go here in period number 2. Bourne now up 2-0. Second goal allowed, and Cole Thomas was the beneficiary of a turnover deep inside the Whalers' offensive end or defensive end, and he was able to wrist it inside the blocker and get it past Clark. As the Whalers advance, here's Jeremy Jenkinson. He's fended off. Good clean hit. As Ben Freeman able to get a little piece of the Bourne defensive player, and another good hit by Torres. Here's Freeman with some space. Just off of his stick, but he stays with it. Unable to get a shot off, though. Tipped in front, and here's Jenkinson. Weezer 2 shot. Whizzes just out of off the net.
He's having good, powerful
another
shots.
Good opportunity.
Off the mark.
Bourne advances, little saucer pass in. Poke checked
Great
away.
defense.
And the Whalers defense up to the task here. Backhanded attempt to get it out of the zone. Finally does so. Back to the blue line it goes. Torres gives chase and Freeman comes up with it. Played off the boards and the Whalers will get some fresh skaters as the Canalmen retrieve behind the net. 10:40 to go here in the second. Whalers now down 2-0. Sent in and it'll be Edwards getting to it first. Along the boards and unable to get it all the way through as Jasper Soares retrieves. And here's some free ice for Soares as he's warded off and draws a couple of defensemen. And back to mid-ice as Jenkinson retrieves it at the blue line, makes a move to get by one, gets by another, and stays right with it. He's being ridden by a couple of defenders, but unable to get to it. And Bourne back the other way. Again, good defense by the Whalers as they ward off. Jenkinson backhands it out of the zone nicely.
Can's getting
that forces
smothered
a reset.
right now.
Yeah, they're just all over number 2 right now. And he's going to try and weave through the defenseman once again. Lavin gets a stick on it, pokes it ahead, chases after. Unable to get there as McKenna was able to poke it away. Up to mid-ice, Bourne's got numbers, 3-on-2. Poke checked away, nicely done by the initial defense. Lavin gets back to it. Good aggressiveness by Lavin going end to end here. Unable to clear it originally, but again, Lavin able to get to it and he'll chase it down at the blue line. Great effort by number 4. Long shift for him as well.
It's okay, that's what we have conditioning for.
Yeah. Bourne advances and offside going to be the call. Nice call there. Landon Hope had some space, but the whistle blows, blowing it dead at 8:48 to go here in the second period. Canalmen with a 2-0 lead. A lot of activity end to end, but not a lot of shots. I've only got 2 shots for each team. Unfortunately, one of them found the net for Bourne, and they will get it sent in behind the net. Edwards plays it along the boards, tipped out, and nicely done to Jeremy Jenkinson. He's got Torres along with him.
Send a pick.
They all converge, and here's some space. Shot!
Oh.
Saved by Palmberg. Kept in. That was Ben Freeman with another wrist shot. Palmberg got the pads down. Good, clean hit in the corner there. And the Canalmen control and look to lift it up to mid-ice. They do so. Edwards gets to it first. He sends it back in. And James Kane for the Canalmen will try and play it up to the point. Does so to Hope. Cross ice it goes. And Bourne advances. Little stop and go. Nicely done by the Whalers defense to ward off number 17, James Crowell. Blasted back into the corner as Edwards retrieves it. And unable to clear. Pass goes in near deflection by Cole Thomas, one of the goal scorers for the Canalmen. And Nantucket able to get out to it. Here's Jenkinson as Holmberg had to come out of net to play it. Does so nicely. Shot. Saved by Clark, and he gobbles it up. Clock stops at 7:20. And we'll have another reset. Good wrist shot there, but Clark was in good position down and held on to it with the body. Still 2-0 our score. Canalmen get to Clark again, and he hangs on to it. So a couple of shots on goal for Bourne, but C.J. Clark says, let's have a little face-off, and it'll be Canton Jenkinson on the face-off for the Whalers. Back to the point. Shot. Save again!
Is that deja vu? A little bit?
A legit attempt from the point. As you said, that Those shots from the point are wide open for the Canalmen, but Whalers unable to recover. Finally, Canton Jenkinson gets to the face-off, but sent right back to the point.
Ooh, miscommunication there.
And Whalers fortunate there. A couple of skaters overplayed it. And back to the point it goes. Whalers on the retreat. Bourne advances. Shot blocked. Good play on the defensive end and flipped out of harm's way momentarily. 6:40 left here in the second period. Whalers down 2-0. Shot goes in on Clark. He'll play it out and clear. This will be icing, but a good job by the Whalers defensive unit to get it out of harm's way. We'll have a face-off back down the river inside the Whalers' end. That was one of the coach's son there, Frank Carpenito, with an advance and shot on goal. Whalers have mustered just 2 shots on goal, but have had some opportunities, just some shots going awry as Lavin intercepts the pass, headed to the crease, and it'll be played back in. Here's Edwards, who'll circle back. He's got some help along the boards from Charlie Boyce. And finally, a whistle for a penalty here. Looks like a penalty called on Griffin Kelly, number 18. He's scored a goal for the Canalmen. But the senior will take a seat for 2 minutes, and we've got our first power play opportunity.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Again, another testament to the Whalers' activity. They've played a clean game here. And they will now be on the power play here for the next 2 minutes. 6:10 to go. Down 2-0. Let's see if they can take advantage of the man up. Soares unable to play it. And it will leak over the blue line. Whalers will have to reset here. Edwards. Cross ice. And up to the red line. Jenkinson. Plays it to Canton. Jenkinson will gain the zone. Makes a move through a couple. He's got space. Backhanded attempt. Save. Behind the net. Whalers come away with it. Wrap around. No. Off the stick. And another whistle as the magnet lets loose. But man, weaving through 4 defenders. Canton Jenkinson
took on the whole
came
team
up with
right
an
there.
Incredible backhanded attempt. He'll be on the draw here. 1:26 left on the power play. Still plenty of time for the Whalers to get something going here. Back to the point. Cross ice it goes. Here's Jenkinson. Shot deflected behind the net. As Soren Edwards had to retreat, it'll be Bourne playing it well out of play. That was Crowell who lifted it, tried to play it along the glass, but it drifted out of play, and the face-off will come at mid-ice. With 5:21 left in period number 2, Whalers down 2-0, but they can get right back in this thing if they could take advantage of the power play. Played ahead by Soares and quickly dumped behind the net as Jeremy Jenkinson will skate back to retrieve. He awaits a couple of friends, and Soren Edwards will take over, gets it up to Canton Jenkinson, who gains the zone. Onside, back to Jeremy. JJ flips it. And the Whalers get it set up here. Shot whizzes wide and high once again. Edwards will retrieve at the point. Here's Jenkinson in the deep slot. He'll circle back. Canton Jenkinson on the wing. Shot. Oh, nearly one-timed by Soares, who was sitting on the doorstep. Pass finds it to Canton again. He rides in. Shot was blocked. And it'll be Jeremy Jenkinson advancing to get to it. And again, the magnet. Oh, we've got a little fricas behind the net as Canton Jenkinson in a little shoving match after the whistle. And we'll see. Could be both guys heading to the And just Canton Jenkinson in the box, so it'll be 4-on-4 now for just 16 seconds. Could be a frustration moment there.
That kid was all over him. I get the frustration. You just got to be able to control that.
So now the faceoff will come all the way down the offensive end for Bourne, as they will have a power play after 16 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. 4:26 to go here. Bourne with a 2-0 lead. It'll be Crowell on the faceoff for Bourne. Jeremy Jenkinson now on the faceoff for Nantucket as they play it around the boards. Bourne resets as they almost let those seconds click off there, and now have a power play for 1:40. They will advance into the zone. Back to the point. Blocked in front and out of the zone it goes. Nicely done by the Whalers defense. Suarez interrupts. As again, the Whalers can hang on to it here. Jeremy Jenkinson flips it along the boards. As play continues, Whalers advance. Suarez shorthanded. Unable to make anything happen, but precious seconds ticking off the clock here as the Canalmen unable to get organized. Miles Beaudet playing the annoyer. And poke checked away nicely. And here's Edwards up ahead, shorthanded. He makes a move and is warded off as he lost control. 45 seconds left on the power play for Bourne. 3 minutes left in the second period. Intercepted momentarily as Bourne looks to get some fresh bodies on. Beaudet played it up, and it will leak over the blue line. Nicely done by Miles Beaudet. 20 seconds left on the power play. He's got a hanker in there. Intercepted. Wrap around. Blocked in front as the Whalers were able to recover. And final seconds will tick off on the power play. Back to the point it goes. Cross ice. Shot saved by Clark. And finally played cross ice as the Whalers able to advance. Shot sent to the wayside by Palmberg. Back to the point, Edwards flips it in front. Oh, nicely done. Good screen in front, but Palmberg able to squeeze it. Whalers held Bourne without a shot in the power play. Great job by the PK unit. Now let's see if they can find the net here with 1:59 left in the second period. Make this thing a little more interesting. Again, solid effort up and down the ice by the Whalers. They have just been unable to get it by Palmberg so far. Good forecheck. Twisting around is Jenkinson. Nearly got it through a third defender, but back the other way it goes. Soren Edwards able to get a poke check, and he'll play it along the boards. And continuing right underneath us, the Canalmen come away with it. They'll try and get things organized, but unable to do so as Edwards will get to it first, and he'll play it along the boards. Suarez up to Jenkinson. Off the stick of Canton Jenkinson's advance. His rump still coming up with plays. Here's number 24, Parker Furtado, as the puck hangs out and advanced up. Canton Jenkinson unable to make it happen. Here's Furtado, blasted by Edwards, and it'll be gobbled up. And continuing play as Palmberg had it intercepted. Deep in the zone, backhanded attempt, and Palmberg able to get there. Great opportunity by the Whalers, as they now have a 6-4 shot lead in the period. They've turned up the intensity on the offensive end, but just unable to crack the net. Palmberg gobbled up that backhanded attempt with 46 seconds to play here in period number 2. Whalers unable to control the face-off. Cross ice it goes and advancing one-on-one. Nice defense. Ridden off beautifully. Miles Bodette with a good one-on-one defensive play. Shot whizzes past Clark on the side of the net. And Nantucket able to get to it. Torres will play it. And he'll give it up. As Jenkinson nearly got to it. Torres plays a stick at the red line.
Take it back.
And Jeremy Jenkinson unable to get to it. Here's an advance. Shot, save with the glove at the buzzer. C.J. Clark squeezes it as the buzzer went off, and we'll head to the locker room as the Canalmen nearly put one in, as you can see on the replay here with no time left. The wrister save made. Beautiful stuff. Great camera work. We'll head to the break here. The Whalers have a 2-0 deficit after 30 minutes of ice time. We'll hope that the Zamboni works, and we'll be back in just a few minutes here at the Bog. Whalers down 2-0.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Okay, this is Scott Capizzo, and we are here at a spooky, crazy event down at the Coast Guard Station for Halloween. Master Chief, can you tell us what's going on here?
Okay, we have our annual haunted house. Over 1,000 people come every year, a couple of nights. It's all set up in this building behind us. The guys are super excited to see everyone come out, and it's pretty scary this year.
What is your most favorite part about setting up the haunted house?
Well, it's tonight and the last night of it, when we really have a lot of fun. We see so many people from the community come out here, and just the thank yous on the way out.
What's your favorite part about being in the Coast Guard?
The best part about the Coast Guard is the people. The people, my crew that I work with, the crews that I've worked with for over 23 years, it's the people that make it happen.
Now, can you tell me about the food pantry and the charity a little bit?
Sure. We just ask for donations, non-perishable food. We collect throughout the night, through all 3 nights, and we bring truckloads over to the pantry here on the island to help out those that might need it throughout the upcoming winter months and stuff. So
It is going to be very cold this winter. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and we're going to go inside and check it out and get a little freaky.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, hi. Oh, Wait, how did he just come out? Oh, that's so scary. No, you go up front. Now you go, now you go. Sorry.
That scared the hell out of me.
Oh no. Sorry.
You screamed before he even yelled at you. Okay, go in here, look.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to go in the ship. Stop! Oh my god. Watch out! Leave me alone!
Oh my god.
This is. Ow.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Oh no! You didn't scare me on that one! Stop. Where do I go now?
Up the stairs.
Is this over yet?
These guys are so creepy.
No, this is too scary.
You're okay.
I don't like. Are we done yet? Come on.
Get over my Calvin! Oh my god. I can't breathe.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my god.
Please, I'm gonna throw up. Where are we?
You're not a real person. No, you're real.
Where do we go now?
That way, honey.
That's so funny.
Oh, watch, she's right next to you.
Don't look at my fiance.
I'm so hungry. Dance with me.
Okay, we're here with Leighton. Now, how did it go for you?
Really scary.
It was scary, but you didn't think it was going to be scary when we were at home. So, what changed your mind?
Everything.
Well, what was like some of the parts that really stood out to you?
The chainsaw.
The chainsaw, boy, I would tell you, I was ready for that to be over.
And when the dude was like digging a hole with all the bones and stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sleep with my extra blankets tonight because it's a little scary. Okay. Now, you guys, what have you heard about this haunted house experience?
Scary, probably. Chainsaw. That big red man over there. I've done this a couple years now. Always super scary, and there's a chainsaw at the end. Hi, Mom. Very scary. I've never been here before. First time. Hello, Mother.
I've been here once, and it was like really scary. So yeah.
I've been coming here for 5 years, and this is really fun.
So scary. I went 3 times. Well, last night is really, 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 really scary.
How about you, Dad? Are you ready?
I'm ready. This is my first time, so we'll see what we get tonight.
Want to welcome you back to the bog here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink. As you can see, CJ Clark leading the boys out here for period number 3. He made a key save as the buzzer sounded to end period number 2 and keep the score just a 2-0 deficit as the Whalers look to pick up victory number 1. They're going to have to come back with some offense here in the third period. Again, their defense has been solid. We have them out shooting Bourne again in the third period, but it was one of those oddball goals. Actually, it was more you just can't turn the puck over where they did.
Yeah.
That led to the second goal for Bourne. So it's been Griffin, Cole Thomas, actually the beneficiary of the turnover, as he was able to wrist it by C.J. Clark under the arm. And James Crowell got the scoring going way back in the first period early on.
Yep.
Again, I don't know if it was exactly at the same moment in both periods, but it was 12:40 something in both periods.
No, I'll go back and check tonight.
Yeah,
I usually watch the
really
games
close.
back.
It was really close to the same exact time, and as you can see, Sean Davis down there right in the mix along the bench there for the Whalers. As again, they are fired up and ready to go and have got all the makings of a victory. It just has to transpire on the ice. And C.J. Clark has looked solid in net, I think, overall. I mean, he's made some real good saves, some saves that that were Griffin-esque as well. But here we go, Whalers Nation. Let's go. Period number 3 underway. Out of the zone it goes. Soares tips it. And unable to retrieve it was Jeremy Jenkinson. Bourne retreats and tries to get reset. Soares gets to it, goes cross ice, and flipped in nicely. Bounds in front and dangerously through the crease as the Whalers need to get it out of harm's way, and finally it leaks over the blue line as the play continues inside the neutral zone. Furtado gets it to Soares. Right underneath us it goes, and finally Lucas Fitton for the Canalmen will fling it down, and icing will be the call. We'll head back down the river, and the Whalers will get a face-off in their own offensive end with 14-13 left here in the game. The girls' varsity basketball team lost earlier today to Hull. They were, of course, playing without one of their key players, co-captain Maddie Lombardi, and she will likely be out for a couple games here as the Whalers' schedule gets a little bulked up with some games being canceled and just the way it's worked. But we will have 3 games next week for the girls on home ice, and nearly a goal as Crowell just missed
that was a
an
great save by
opportunity
CJ.
as Clark was a little out of position. Again, the physicality increasing here in period number 3 as the Canalmen look to even get back into the win column. Edwards battles and Lavin along the blue line, shot with just wide on the one-timer. Good job by the Whalers. Looked like Clark was in position there, but a lot of this pressure on the offensive end here. Another turnaround shot whizzes wide, and the Whalers will ice it to get it out of harm's way and get some fresh bodies on the ice. 13-12 left. Again, that's just one of the take the icing.
Yeah. No, perfect. That's the perfect time to get a change off.
It'll be James Kirby facing off against Jeremy Jenkinson. JJ wins the face-off, but unable to get it out of the zone. Finally, the Whalers leak it across. JJ will give chase along with Fenton. And along the boards, the Canalmen able to control and advance. Torres, shot, save, rebound, scored. Clark trying to get over, but just a millisecond too late. And the Canalmen make it a 3-0 lead here, again at the 12:40-something mark. Are you kidding me?
I think last time was 12:45, so a little bit off from
that
this one.
That is some crazy hockey stuff right there. Drew Kelly The junior credited with the goal. So a deeper hole to dig for the Whalers, now down 3-0. Here's an advance, wrap around. Shot, save, loose in front, and finally squeezed. Easy.
It's fun being able to hear all the little noises that happen in the rink with
The
no music in
nuances, I know.
between.
True, yeah, that's even more true. 12:34 to play. Whalers down 3-0. They got the face-off. Shot goes wide of Paulberg. Played at the point, but over the blue line, and the way Canalmen advance. Nice poke check by Soren Edwards. And over the blue line it goes. It'll be Bourne resetting. Flipped up, backhanded to the red line. Soares tries to get to it along with Paxton Fitch. Soren Edwards, and the Whalers advance. Got numbers, shot, save, rebound loose. Flipped out of harm's way. And kept in. Soares chases after it. And behind the net, it leaks over the stick. D to D it goes, and the Whalers will look to advance in. Nicely done. Oh, just off the stick as Caleb Keene able to get a stick on it as well. And behind the net it goes. Edwards able to get to it as Bourne over Scott. Pass in front, intercepted right in front, and just cannot happen.
Can't do that.
Cole Thomas, the beneficiary of the turnover, deep inside their own zone once again. Edwards just unable to clear it, and off the skate of Soares, and Parker Furtado, and unfortunately,
Similar to what happened in the second period, where you just kind of give it up in that corner.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easy. It's hard for CJ to see right there.
Of course, and again a point blank shot, just almost impossible to.
Hard to defend when he's skating across the crease right there.
Much harder to defend, near impossible. And again, shot whizzes high and over Clark. And the Whalers unable to clear. They've got 4 guys around. Heading out of the offensive end, took a little risk, and the Canalmen with some space here now. Circling back around, shot blocked in front. Nicely done. Felix Soares, just a freshman, number 19 in on that, and able to get the legs down around and block. Goes in on Clark and blasted off the glass, but unable to be cleared by the Whalers defensive unit. Bodette circles back, and another weird kick off the glass. And finally, oh no, not clear. All right, finally cleared. And the Whalers have a couple of guys up ahead here. Miles Bodette stops and gets it poke checked away. Good clean hit on Thomas Schroeder as he went down. And the Canalmen in on it. Clark puts the glove out and gobbles it up despite some stick work. And
CJ
he pulls
separating.
away. The Whalers player probably discussing where they're going to have pizza later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Felix Soares skates back to the bench. 10:01 to go. Whalers down now 4-0. After a couple of goals scored by the Canalmen here in the third period. Torres gets it over the blue line, but the Canalmen nearly got to it, and they will recover back in their own end. And intercepted as Furtado unable to get the clear. Torres plays it up. Jenkinson flips it out of harm's way, but the Canalmen have controlled the offensive end here. Turned up the pressure here in period number 3, and They now lead 4-0. Look to add to it. Here's Edwards. Tries to get a pass to himself along the boards, unable to do so. And a couple of players, including Miles Bodette, and he remains down. We'll have a stoppage as that was a huge collision. Bodette's stick went flying as well. And we'll hope he is okay. He's getting to his feet, but he took a hit. And hopefully he just got his bell rung. He is on the bench. 9:01 to go. We'll have a face-off just outside the blue line. Stick went flying.
I didn't even see what happened. It was like right in between that spot where I can't see.
Yeah. I mean, he just collided with another guy. It wasn't even a hit. They just collided. And it looks like Nantucket's going to call a timeout. We'll take, nope. Just going to get some fresh skaters on. As we get things organized, we'll have a face-off right outside the blue line. Canton Jenkinson for the Whalers. Plays it to himself and flips it ahead, but unable to make anything happen. Edwards chases after. It'll be icing. We'll head back down and have a face-off inside the Whalers offensive end with 8:55 to go. Whalers now facing a 4-0 deficit as the Canalmen have opened it up with a couple of goals scored here in the third period, excuse me. The fourth goal is what's getting me here. So Drew Kelly, 2 by Cole Thomas and James Crowell opened up the scoring for the Canalmen as they look to pick up victory number 6 on the season. Edwards, a little shimmy shake to avoid a Canalmen and intercepted once again deep inside the zone. Whalers able to recover, however. And a poke check away from Jenkinson as Nantucket is yet to get something going here on the offensive end.
Unofficial.
Scrum continued at the blue line. The Canalmen come away with it. And they can play keep away here for the next 8 minutes and come away with a victory. Soares tried to make something happen along with Canton Jenkinson. Back to Furtado, who will recover and play it back to Soren Edwards. Up to the red line. Jenkinson, double team. He's had that kind of activity all day. And the whistle will stop play as Canton Jenkinson and Caleb Keene got into it. And they will both go to the bench and sit for a couple of minutes with the 7:41 mark. So it'll still be 5-on-5, but a couple of guys getting a little too chippy. And the Stripes saw it and blew the whistle. Chasing after it is Furtado. Crowell stops, board pass. Through the crease it goes, just over the stick of Hunter McLean. He had some space coming in from the point. Good clean hit along the boards for Nantucket. And unable to clear, finally getting it over that blue line and ridden off nicely by Crowell, and he'll play it into Keene behind the net. Edwards stops on a dime, and we'll send it along the boards. A weird kick that we talked about. Keeps it in play. Ryan Phillip gets a shoulder. Again, another one of the freshmen that are playing varsity time for the Whalers. Play continues right along the boards as Luis Souza seeing some time. Cross ice it goes. Edwards flips it up and out, and that will be icing. Whistled at 6:29. We'll come back down to the Bourne offensive end as we'll have another face-off. So as I mentioned, 3 more games coming up next week, all on the hard court. The girls will face off against CCA Rising Tide and Sturgis East. As a nice stretch of home games for the Whalers. They will be playing without their star player, Maddie Lombardi, for a couple of those games at least. We'll have to see. Hopefully she clears concussion protocols. Another turnover. Good save by C.J. Clark. As the scrum continues behind the net along the boards. And here's an advance by Jeremy Jenkinson. 2-on-2. He has to get whirled around as it looked like he got held, but no whistle. Bourne has definitely clamped down on the defensive side of things. Whalers have yet to get things really organized on the offensive end. Here's a chance right in front. Oh! Dances on the goalpost as the magnet comes off. Ben Freeman nearly had another goal. Let's take a look at it. He got it, was able to lift it up, and what a great save by Palmberg. Just lifted up his shoulder as it danced along the top of the goal mount. 5:37 to go.
Yeah, just bounced on the crossbar
a couple of times.
If he didn't lift his shoulder like that, I think it would have went in the first time. But
Freeman got a good lift on it, and Palmberg somehow reacted and got his shoulder up just enough to allow it to dance on the crossbar. Intercepted. Here's Jenkinson back in after his 2 minutes of sitting. He's still dancing with it. Shot. Saved as it popped up. Palmberg with another save. So a couple of good opportunities for the Whalers as they advance the other way, 3-on-3. And sandwiched inside a couple of guys. Jenkinson goes down, no whistle. Soares unable to play it. And back the other way come the Canalmen. Nice collision at the blue line, but the play continues. Offside actually going to be the call as Griffin Kelly unable to get back onside as the advance was thwarted there right at the blue line. 4:47 to go in period number 3. Canalmen still with a 4-0 lead. Fortunate to have just that 4-0 lead for sure.
I mean, I think the boys have really played well today. They've done good on the defensive end. Couple goals that you'd like back, just situationally. But overall, I feel like this is a way better performance than we've seen thus far, at least home. I think CJ's showing immense growth just throughout the season. I mean, this is the first game that we've seen him home, but I definitely think that there's improvement to be had, but definitely a lot of improvement from last year and what we've seen.
So all positive things despite the scoreboard. Again, it's those little victories that Coach Moran mentioned in my conversation with him earlier today. And here's another advance here by Canalmen. Good ride off by Soren Edwards. That's one of those more little victories we're talking about. Furtado lifts it up and over, waving off the icing or the stripes. As the Canalmen able to recover, Fitton plays it behind the net. He'll stop as Lavin gives chase. Played all the way back to Edwards. 3:40 and counting here. Whalers unable to connect on that long pass. Freeman just couldn't find the puck as Bourne heads back the other way. 3-on-2. Again, good connection by Edwards, and he plays the puck ahead to Lavin. Great job by number 22. He gets laid out for it, unfortunately, behind the play. That easily could have gone for a clean shot on Clark without the efforts of number 22, and he'll skate off and get a well-deserved break as the Whalers intercept. Nice move by JJ. He'll line it up, fire. Saved by Palmberg. Flipped up in front. Furtado unable to get to it. Deflected wide of the net as Bodette back on the ice. Good to see. Smacked from the point. Goes wide. And the Whalers with 2:40 left in the game will get it back here. Bodette sends it wide and high again. O'Banion played in on it. Good save made with the stick. So 3 good quality shots there on Palmborg, but he is up to the task. And intercepted. Shot blocked in front. Ooh, juicy pass goes through the crease, and the Whalers head back the other way. Fitch spins around, unable to get anything going. Or actually, Ryan Phillips, 17. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Whalers down 4-0. Advance in by Bodette. Good job. Here's JJ. Makes one miss. Unable to get through the second or third defender. And he takes it out on the Bourne player that he met at mid-ice. Minute 30 left as play continues right underneath us. Jenkinson looking to advance, unable to do so. Intercepted by Torres, who wrists one on net. Palmborg once again up to the task, keeping the 0 on the board for Nantucket. Whalers got a minute 12 left to try and break up the shutout. Well, Whalers Nation, there might be another loss here, but things are looking up for hockey here as they put on a good show, great effort, clean game, just really one penalty. Oh, all the way from the point, nearly leaked by. As Furtado unable to keep it in the zone, Edwards gives chase, poke checks it away beautifully. And we are under a minute to play here from the Bog. Flipped up to mid-ice. With 45 seconds to go, shot saved by Clark. Good wrister from number 16, Cole Thomas, who has a goal. Intercepted, and Edwards does some thievery of his own as the Whalers able to play it out of the zone. Canton Jenkinson with 30 seconds advances. He's got a man with him. Shot! Oh! Gotta pass it there. Looked like he had Paxton Fitch sitting on the doorstep, but unable to see him. Fitch gets to it with 15 seconds to go. Edwards saves it at mid-ice. He'll advance. Good stick work as he keeps it in. Shot whizzes over the head of the goal mount as the buzzer sounds.
He was about to have a buzzer beater for that goal he promised to.
Got to give it up to our Whalers. They hung tight with a playoff-bound team in Division 4, the Bourne Canalmen. The final from the Bog, 4-0. I believe they will have totals in shots more than the Canalmen, but Bourne took advantage of some untimely turnovers in bad spots. And again, got to give it up for CJ Clark. Number 30 played his heart out and came up with a couple of good saves, a couple of good opportunities for the Whalers, but just unable to find the net, and ultimately they fall 4-0 here at the Bog. Buddy, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you. What's your final thoughts here moving forward?
Yeah, no, I thought that the Whalers played great today. I mean, definitely improvement for what we've seen the last couple times they've been here. Just young guys that need game experience.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing is learning situational hockey, which I think a lot of kids, they don't have the experience with that. They don't have the varsity experience. And it's a great opportunity this year for freshmen, sophomores, and then those juniors to develop for their senior year as well.
Absolutely. The development process never stops. And unfortunately, the Whalers kind of caught in that they got a great goalie. They've had a great goalie and weren't able to get the next guy in line for some valuable game time experience. And here we are getting those game time experiences
Yeah,
on the fly.
exactly.
And again, I think CJ did a great job today, albeit a couple of goals that maybe he would like to have back, or a couple of shots he would like to have back.
But I think that he treats those as learning experiences.
100%.
And I know CJ personally, and I know that he takes his losses with a grain of salt, and he goes back, watches the film. He's probably watching this right now, but after, obviously.
Yeah, sure. No,
he's probably watching this back.
I hope he goes home and watches it,
Yeah.
because that's what they should do. That's why we do what we do,
Yes.
to give the Whalers and Whalers Nation a chance to revisit things and learn from them ultimately. And, unfortunately, we've had a lot of learning moments this season, and they will continue. But that's a good team they faced right here today. So you got to tip your cap to Bourne. They did a good job, did what they needed to do to come in here and pick up a much-needed victory for their playoff hopes. We'll see this team again over at the Gallo. So hopefully the Whalers can learn from what they did today, and I know they will, because Coach Moran's going to go over it in practice, I'm sure, at length. And hopefully they can use our video for a little bit of betterment as well, as we'll get out of here. And again, thanks very much to our incredible crew. A lot of names up there. We'll just say thank you to all of them, as a couple of fresh bodies up in the perch up there, as you can see them waving. Thanks very much to Charles Douglas for putting the team together and making it all happen here today. Always a pleasure hanging out with you, my friend. We'll do it again shortly, not until we come up with a couple of hoops games here. We got girls hoops coming up on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, as Cape Cod Academy Rising Tide and Sturgis East pays John J. O'Neill Gymnasium a visit. Until then, Whalers Nation, have a great weekend. For the rest of our crew, I am Chris Morris. Have a good one.